Zombie Apocalypse. Okay, here's my drums from the previous tutorial that I did. Now I want to automate them. Automation means when you change all kinds of effects in the mixer, but rather than doing it manually while you're going along, you actually tell it what to do while you're doing it. Now the most obvious one to do is the volume. So let's say we've mixed all our track and we've got all the levels and all the balance just about right. But at one part of the song, I want the drums to come in gradually, or maybe I want the drums to be a bit quieter in that part of the song. So I'm going to click on this icon here. And it's already set to volume. That's always your default. And if I just click, you'll see it goes yellow. It's now on, okay? It's now reading that. And every time I click, you'll set a new point. And another one. And another one. Now, let's say that I want the drums. I'm just going to turn these off for a second by grabbing that one and dragging all the way along. So it's all back to 0 again. Now let's say I want the drums to be normal until about bar 3. So I'm just going to go to bar 3 so I know exactly where it is. I'm going to click here. There's a point. And then between bar 3 and bar 4, I want it to get quiet. So I'm going to set another point. And then at bar 6, I want it to get louder again to bar 7. So I've got all my 4 points ready to go. I'm now going to lower it at that point to 0 to really show you how it works. You can hear there's no drums at all now. If you watch the fader over here, you can see it actually moving. Can you see that? Let's do that again for you, just so you can see. Look, the fader over here, it's up at this volume. Down it goes. I'm not touching that. I'm not making that do that. It's the automation doing that. There you go. And back up it goes. Now you can automate nearly everything. I can click on here and see, look, the pedal board where I had the monster fuzz. All right, there we go. There's the level of the fuzz. So if I turn the fuzz back on, oh, need to turn it on. So the fuzz is on. Let's go down in volume now. I've collected that. You see there's another line has appeared. Now at this point here, I'm going to click there. I've turned on the pedal board now. Made a reset point. And then another one. Because I want it to turn on and I want it to get louder. And I'm going to make the level of the distortion go up. You watch this knob here now, okay? So I'll go back to the beginning. That's the level of the distortion there. Goes down. Now watch here. When it gets to here, you watch this. Now it's really distorted. Just like my voice, probably. I expect the entire tutorial distorted then, because I raised my voice. You can get really complicated with this, okay? You don't need to go full crazy, but, you know, start having a play, see what you can do. You definitely want to learn how to use the automation on the volume. And remember, you've got to go back to it. So I'm on volume now, so you go back to the volume there. Look, you see, don't get confused. Another thing also really important, if you finish doing some work with automation, make sure you turn it off. Otherwise, you'll start trying to move things around and you'll end up changing the automation. If you're doing a lot of automation, you tend to do that last, when you're mixing a track. Sometimes it might be integral to the music you're making. You might really need to do it partway through. But certainly when you're playing around with volumes and automation, you want to do it towards the end. Because what happens, you'll see this, I'll move this file and it'll ask me do I want to move the track automation as well? If I don't move it, see what happens. The automation is still there. Okay, I'm going to undo that. So next time I move it, I'll move it along. I'm going to say, yes, please move it. And you'll see it's moved it along with it. Look, you see? All right. That's a very brief guide to the beginnings of track automation. All right. Volume is the most important one, especially on fade outs. Sometimes you might, and you think, oh, I want to fade out the whole song in one hit. But actually, sometimes you're better off fading out some things before others. It sounds a little bit more natural on a fade out for a song. But there you go. That's how to automate some tracks.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.